Hello, welcome back. Thanks for tuning into our second board game Bento unboxing. Last month we did strategy, and of the three games I played two of them. Well, played one and opened the other. The first one was Ambiria. The cards were beautiful. It was pretty easy to learn and play. It seemed like a bit of a Kingmaker game, and we were playing two players, so some of the cards resulted in some really swingy stuff, so I'm not sure that I can recommend it as a two-player game, but I want to go back and try it again, multiplayer, 3 and 4 player. It feels a little bit like Munchkin, where you play 1 or 2 cards and then all of a sudden you have this insurmountable lead that you can't really come back from. The other game that we kind of started to mess around with was the Zeppelin Attacks game, which was the deck building game where you're fielding a Zeppelin armada. It took us a little while to sort through it. All the card backs were the same, and there are a couple of different decks. So trying to figure out which cards go with what decks and figuring out how the game works. So we've kind of gotten through the rules and the cards and components, so hopefully we'll get to play that soon, and I'll be able to let you guys know about that as well. This month we are going to be working on a box that's based around history. Alright, so looks like we got 3 games here. The first game is called High Noon Saloon by Slugfest Games. So this game is a 2 to 6 player game. It's about 30 to 60 minutes long, and it's for ages 10 and up. So it's kind of billed as a gunfight, a Western style gunfight. And it actually looks really similar to Bang. It even has characters, so each person's presumably going to have a slightly different ability or advantage in the game. And it looks like it's a last man standing kind of duke 'em out game. So it looks like it has a lot of similarities to Bang. Even the art style and the coloring seem very similar. So that's interesting. We'll have to check it out and see if it's got its own merits. The next game we've got here is the Manhattan Project Chain Reaction. This is a 8 and up game, and it's for 1 to 5 players, and it's a 20 to 30 minute game. I like it. It's nice and compact. I like games that are easy to bring around. The packaging is kind of like a standard deck box. And this game is about an arms race, so nuclear arms race. Makes sense, that Manhattan Project. And let's see. Yep, this is the last one. Here's the board game Bento card, which explains kind of all the games and gives us news. I'll go through that later. So this one is called World's Fair 1893. This one is by Foxtrot Games. It is a 2 to 4 player game. It's 40 minutes long, and it's ages 10 plus. It's a Mensa Select winner. So I've played a couple of Mensa Select games. They're usually really good. The one that I've played is called Hive, that I really like. It's a 2-player game. It's got some chess-like elements. So they're usually simple components and simple rules, but deep on strategy. So it'll be interesting to try this one out. I really enjoyed Hive in particular. I played some other Mensa Select games too. That's just the one that pops to my mind. And this one, so you're supposed to be acting as an organizer of the fair, and you're trying to get influential people, I'm presuming in this case scientists, to bring in their events and their things to show at the fair. So that is World's Fair. So one thing that I am noticing is there is no accessory, which all the other previous ones I've seen have had accessories. So I'm kind of curious about that. The other thing I am noticing is there's 3 games here, so we've had up to 4 games. Once again, they've curated 3 games that I have never played before, so these are all brand new games for me, which is good value. And that's about it. For next unboxing, they're going to be doing the present, so I'm guessing it's going to be similar to this, but it's going to be like current event-y type games. And I saw a news thing that said that it's also going to be the largest MSRP board game bento box, and they're actually going to be sending it in a larger box because they don't have enough room in the current size box. So that's exciting. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked it, please like on Facebook. I'm going to hopefully be developing a website for board game reviews and doing that sort of thing. But getting the word out now would be great. So if you have friends that are interested or that sort of thing, that would be awesome. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later.